Guys, and welcome back again today for another reaction video. Today we're going to be listening to, watching, and reacting to Oliver Anthony again. Are we going to cry today? I don't know. It's about a truck, so sometimes that can make people cry. My car makes me cry, but I drive a Honda, so Hondas are good, but boy, oh boy, when they have problems, they have problems. I'd have to say my experience with Toyota versus Honda, there's good and bad for both. But overall reliability and things, I'd have to say Toyota. That's enough of my shenanigans for the intro, I think. So let's jump right into this one. 90-some Chevy, Oliver Anthony. And as usual, I hope you enjoy it.
That old darling of mine is like a 90-some Chevy. She rides just right when you turn her on. The only thing sounds better than that old 350's when she's running up to kiss me. When I get home, it's been a hard day. I'll tell you, darling, it's been a long week. Might have to load up the dogs, go and listen to the frogs croaking down in the creek. We can take her nice and slow, a case of beer and a Zemco. Let the sun sink good and low. There ain't no telling where we'll.
Him and his guitar and his microphone, and he's just so mellow and so easy to listen to. And his voice is so country, and this one is just mwah. Love it so far. So I'm going to drag it back a few seconds and we're going to pick it back up. But so far, he's speaking my language. As far as loading the dogs on the back of the truck and going down to the creek and listening to the frogs with a 2-4 Labatt's Blue or a 2-4 of Canadian, hey, you know, it sounds like a good day to me. But if we went down there with a 2-4, I wouldn't be getting out of there on the same day. That is for sure.
A case of beer and a Zemco. Let the sun sink good and low. There ain't no telling where we'll go in the back of that 90-some Chevy. In the back of that 90-some Chevy. She's hotter than hell, I'm higher than gas. She's sweeter than honey, I'm poor white trash. She ain't had a check that I couldn't cash. I guess that she's my Carter, that I'm her cash. And I've been sitting around drinking on it. I guess I'm gonna have to get me a ring and get it on it. Cause that old darling of mine is like a 90-some Chevy. She rides just right when you turn her on. The only thing sounds better than that old 350's when she's running up to kiss me. When I get home, it's been a hard day. I tell you, darling, it's been a long week. Might have to load up the dogs, go and listen to the frogs croaking down in the creek. We can take her nice and slow, a case of beer and a Zemco. Let the sun sink good and low. There ain't no telling where we'll go in the back of that 90-some Chevy. In the back of that 90-some Chevy. That old darling of mine's like a 90-some Chevy. She rides just right when you turn her on.
I liked when he said she's my Carter and I'm her Cash, June Carter and Johnny Cash. I loved that because in my first reaction, I think I said, or my second reaction, how he sounds he doesn't, his vocals don't remind me of Johnny Cash, but his overall feel to his voice and the feeling that he puts out, that you know what I mean. I don't have to explain it. He reminds me of the old school country singers that I absolutely adore. Johnny Cash, I threw that name out. I threw out Conway Twitty, Waylon Jennings. A few of you guys mentioned Hank Williams is one of his influences. And you can definitely hear those influences in his voice and in his music. And that's rare these days, to find somebody who has that old school country sound. Any more Oliver Anthony suggestions or requests, pop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, to keep coming back and hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out with me again today, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah! Bye-bye.